my dear Libra. This is a love and spirituality reading, a prediction for Sagittarius season, November 21st to December 21st, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. These readings are aimed towards showing you your blind spot and your shadow so you can grow as a person and thereby be able to attract a better love life and life overall for yourself. And you can now become a member to my channel and dive even deeper into this issue. Either as a supportive member that will get access to unique emojis, loyalty badges, and Q&As where I answer your questions, or an extended member that will also get most of my videos ahead of time, or a full member that will, on top of this, what I've just told you, will also get access to my mediumship training videos and other special videos. Welcome to check this out through the link in the description box or through the join button next to the subscribe button. And this will be a love and spirituality reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I used After Tarot with Pietro Aligo. When I open your deck here, I see 10 of Wands together with Temperance. So 10 of Wands, you are asked to give up your guns here. 10 of Wands is when we are holding on to something. We don't want this energy to burst through, but we can clearly see that this energy wants to burst through. I don't know yet what it is, but it's definitely have something to do with your opposite side, since the alchemist is holding the yin and yang energy, the white and the black, the good and the bad, the night and day, all the contrasts. So if you are one, you're going to have the other side as your shadow, and I'm thinking you're trying to behave in maybe rational ways, maybe not trying to be too passionate about things or too dramatic about things, or maybe you're trying to prevent yourself from sharing your own opinion, or maybe you want yourself to feel something else than what you're feeling, or think something else than what you're feeling. But try to accept whatever is there already and be mindful and aware about these things instead of trying to change this into something that it's not. I call the divine with Love and Light. And here we have Death together with Temperance. So this is what comes after you have yielded. Then death comes and swoops all the way and making room for a new dawn here. And this is a great quantum leap of change, which will it's really fueling your evolution. So you shouldn't be afraid of these kind of changes, because what comes is going to be way much better than what you had. But you're scared of something, so you're trying to control yourself, or you're trying to follow some certain rules inside yourself, or how you're allowed to behave or act in the world. And that's fine. We are not supposed to go around and, criticizing people for how they look, or be violent or other things like that. Then it's very good to have this, but we can still acknowledge that we would want to tell them what a nasty haircut they got, or we would want to, and we can acknowledge this because it's a part of us that's traumatized and hurt and needs our attention. It doesn't need to be acted upon, but it needs our attention, our own attention. The attention that you can give to yourself, it's self-love. And I have forgotten where I were, but I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And here we have the 8 of Cups together with the Temperance. So you're trying to give up something, and the divine doesn't want you to give this situation up. Or it's one have given it up, and the other one is still here working on the spiritual assignment. You can see one person is walking away there, like this. Okay, so I call the 6 elements. And here we have the Ace of Cups with the Temperance card. So if there's a split between you and another person in a relationship, it's very likely that they are behaving in this kind of way. They are trying to keep themselves away from you, or trying to not, call you or reach out to you. They are trying to ignore you, trying to walk away, but love is there, but also the nightmare which they are fighting. So I don't think you are the problem in the relationship. They are not the problem, but the evil visions that they see, or the evil visions that you see, that if we give in to this is what's going to happen. The fears are ruling this relationship. And if it's not a relationship, it might be a dream that you have had that you are giving up on because you never feel like it's going to be fulfilled. Yes, here these two again. They came also in the Cancer reading. Here we also see 2 kings. So it might be that you're dealing with a fire sign and evolving from this to this eventually. And the transformation here is a little bit rocky or a little bit bumpy road for you ahead. But at least it seems like it's going from something that's reactive and irrational, maybe to something that's a little bit more grown up and mature, even though they seem a little bit high and dry. But so definitely both people in this situation is trying to ignore the love that's there and just trying to see to keeping their dignity more than anything else. And the dignity that we are keeping, it seems very desert-like. Okay, it's not something to hang in the Christmas tree. So it's a boring part of life when we are trying to be something that we are not. We are trying to ignore the people we love or want to be together with, and we're trying to keep status quo. It makes for a boring life. Okay, so I'll just tune in for a few seconds here to you and your situation in Sagittarius season, Libra. So this is your future, and this is your now, and this is your past. And in the past we have a Queen of Wands. What I see here is that you have been working on self-respect, and that might mean that you had to leave something behind that you had put a lot of effort into. You were hoping for some kind of miracle, but instead you just decided to act with some kind of self-respect and maybe take yourself out of the equation here. And this is in the now, and we have the 9 of Swords. You probably feel like the other person is the enemy, even though there's a connection between you two. They are also your worst enemy here. And there's some kind of communication that doesn't want to come through really because we're trying to just heal and move on. It might come true at nighttime instead. If the things you don't address during the day comes out at night. And here we have the future. This seems a little bit complicated. We want to talk, but we don't care. We want to be someone's hero or reach out or fix things, but we try to not to do that. So it's like flickering lights. Okay, so one decision one day, the other day there's the other decision, and it goes back and forth like this. And here we have a Page of Pentacles. So I'm thinking we're really trying to grow here. We're trying to be responsible people and do the best thing we can. We're trying to start anew from this old mess that we have left behind. And we are trying to protect ourselves, protect our boundaries, protect our inner child or our inner pygmy or leprechaun, and shield ourselves with our own strength. So this is good because this is inner child healing, where we take our own side to the situation and decide, no, it's nothing wrong with me. I will instead protect me against people that thinks that there's something wrong with me. And here we have the Magician. So I'm feeling that you are growing up with this. You are growing a much better self-esteem. You're taking better care of yourself. You're better to voice yourself to the world, even though there's some things you refuse to say or address. There's other things that's easier for you now to put your focus on. So many of you have been probably focusing on career or money or building on your house or building on education or getting more skilled in certain areas, practicing certain things. So practicing, kind of building a foundation for yourself where you love yourself and you have respect for yourself and you are able to talk for yourself and create the things that you want in your world. So it has been a lot of focus on building a foundation to make yourself feel safe. And this is the now, and we have the Eight of Cups. So I need to take a card here for this Page of Pentacles, Eight of Cups kind of things. I wanted to take the card for the Eight of Cups before, but I don't know why I didn't. Message. Yeah, there's something that's happening here where we probably want to, deal with a situation that we think we can fix this situation, but then we decide we can't fix the situation, and it says message. So it might come through some kind of message, and we decided to not go with it or not take the bait or something similar to that. So 45. Oh, too far. I'm going to read this for you and get ready and pay attention. You're about to get message with a special meaning. Maybe someone will text you something nice, or you will find out about something in a phone call from a friend. Perhaps the letter will come in the mail, or maybe I will send you a sign in nature that will point you in the right direction. Regardless of what you ask, you will soon know the answer, or at the very least, know the way. A message is coming. Choose another card if you need to know what the message will be about. And I'm thinking it's this, what we are resisting here, some kind of connection, maybe with our own shadow, but it can also mirror it out in the world as to another person. For some of you, you will have nightmares, or it can be that you have a connection with this person in 5D, and you don't have this connection at the daytime because the message isn't sent. Someone wants to send the message, but the message isn't sent. Someone wants to put effort into this situation, but refuse to take one foot in front of the other and make it happen, because we don't want the negative consequences probably of this. So we better not open Pandora's box. And here we have a Five of Swords. And the good thing is that we are winning over the other person when we are refusing to communicate with them, even if we want to. So you can deal with a fire sign. You can also deal with earth sign or another air sign. It seems like the other person is very stubborn and refuse to reach out to you and feel like they have won. So maybe you would want to work on things or fix things or work on your spiritual growth and maybe approach your own shadow. But your own shadow or this other person, however you are perceiving it in your life, is a little bit vindictive and is trying to show themselves to be better than you, or to handle the situation better than you, or to kind of have an upper hand on you, maybe freaking you out or scaring you in some kind of way. And here we have the Seven of Swords. You might feel another person's energy, and it can come as either nightmares or other type of experiences. And it's because there's a person that's so hard, so rigid, so locked in to how they allow themselves to behave, because they want to win over you. And of course, it might be the other way. If you're a cross-watcher, this can very likely be Libra, because you have these swords energies here. It might also be another air sign. But for my Libras, I feel that you are this person here. And if you are a Libra dealing with a Libra, this is your other Libra. So this person so much wants to win, and they can't give in, they can't give up. So even if hell freezes over, they refuse to communicate with you, and they just want to celebrate the win that they get by maybe shunting you out or walking away from you or not caring about you. But instead, I'm not saying that they're crying at night, but they're coming and pestering you at night, maybe in your dreams, with this energy of seeking attention still from you. Or, you can dream about, you can feel like there's a person sleeping in your bed, or it can be different things like this, where you feel a presence that's not really nice and a little bit ill-willed, but it's not really dangerous. It's just the person that I think is thinking a lot about you. And for some, often it can be also your shadow. So if this is your shadow, how to deal with it? If this is a shadow part of you that's lurking about, beating around the bush, what are you supposed to do? And we have the deep freeze here. Some of you might be dealing with a Leo, because we have lion symbols here, and we also had the Leo King. We saw that before. Deep freeze 26. So if you have this shadow, there's not much to do right now, more than take really good care of yourself, and probably this will help heal your shadow. So don't give it too much of attention or time, or cuddling it too much, because it's not a nice energy, this. Okay, everything has its season. Now it's time to put activity on hold while you rest. The cold winter beacons you to slow down and put a freeze on things that are not ready to bloom. It's time for regeneration and hibernation. Forgo ambitious activity. A pregnant pause allows idea to gestate, projects to shift and change, and relationship to go through a dreamy state of being, not going anywhere, not needing to. Dreamy state. This is also a time to put all your arguments on ice. Nothing beneficial will come from any of them. Self-care is the most important activity now. So reflect, read a good book, or get a message. Rest and dream. And so this is the advice for the ones of you that has this as their shadow, that kind of wants attention. And for me, it seems like you have been dealing with negative energies in your life. That has come as a tormentor to you, that torments you in different areas of your, it can be through different relationships, or even spiritual activity that's a little bit tormenting. And what to do with that? Not do so much. Take really good care of you. Rest. Shut the energy out. Don't be angry with it. Don't answer with, payback. Rather, forgive and forget. Don't give this energy any attention, because it's probably going to come around at a later state, much more fulfilled, and with a better possibility to actually be healed at that point, instead of and integrated, instead of right now, where it might just add to the conflict inside of you. And if it's another person that's constantly thinking of you and wants your attention and wants to win over you and whatnot, solitude. So it's the same. Keep that person at bay. Don't let them in at this point. You are in need of your healing. So I'm comfortable in my own skin as I detach and replenish my soul. Meditation is required when you receive the solitude card as a sign. Empty your mind and of superfluous thoughts, and allow stillness to flow through your whole being. This is not an advantageous time to ask questions or push forward in any way. Rather, it's a period for a conscious retreat. What called for now is to step back and take your focus off your life and your troubles. You'll be surprised by how things sort themselves out once you replenish your energy by means of much needed rest and time out. So it's a lot of self-tormention maybe here. You're pushing yourself too hard, or you're trying to behave in these certain ways that you have figured out with the 10 of Wands, the rules you live by. So just learn to love yourself, respect yourself, align with yourself, and listen to yourself. And these other energies that's poking you, they can have your attention later. Okay. So hermit time, where you hell these other people or even other energies that wants to come in and, you know, pull your leg a little bit. Don't fall into that trap. Don't give it energy. This is your future, and we have the Four of Coins here with this death figure. So this here I see you do this exact thing that you're supposed to do, to kind of take care of yourself and shelter yourself, and then death comes. Okay, I'm a little bit disappointed, but I'll take the next card. And here we have the Two of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. So something is going to start slowly here again when your resting time is over, when you have learned to not be triggered by this energy and go into the loop. Something else will come. It's too force here, too irritating force, I might add. I don't like the energy that's here. It's much like this energy here. It says it's a person that's trying to act like they don't care, and acting is one thing. Acting, when you act, you are not your true self. You're just trying to make the other person suffer and show that you won. And this is the energy from here, whoever that person is. For most of you, it will be the person you are dealing with. They are just trying to win, and they are trying to lure you out from where you are hiding, you know, tired, beaten down, worn out, and get your energy again by acting like they don't care, because this is how they have gotten your energy in the past. This is how they want to have your energy in the future. But you don't take that bait, and here comes, like, not a much better attempt, but here comes some kind of attempt from that energy to do better. It's very minor. It's not like a big effort, but at least they kind of acknowledge you being equals, and that they will do some kind of bettering of their ways. And you really need that, because you're exhausted and you can't hold them under their arms while they are acting smug and acting like they are above you, and that you are their servant, and that you're supposed to support the whole thing here, and they are supposed to act like they don't care. So that's the general energy I'm feeling in this situation. It can be a lover, but it can also be a friend or a family member or someone else that's trying to get your attention with doing maybe a little bit nasty things, or giving negative comments, or criticizing you in ways. Or it can, if there's a distance between you two, which is indicated in the Eight of Cups, they might try to send you energy, so you have nightmares about this person, even if you have said no to them and got them out of your life. They still try to get the energy from you. And then they are doing a last attempt here to do some kind of a show for you how little they care. And I think you are still keeping your solitude here, even if they're trying to come and trigger you. And that's when they do this effort. So what's the effort? A new love in the reversed, children, and keep an open mind. So it's something messy. It's almost like they're offering you a new start, but they are probably on still the immature side of things, and they haven't really decided if you are the one that they want to have your attention, and for you to show them that you want this relationship, but they don't want to show you the same, because for some reason they are spoiled, and they think that they are worth something even better than what you can offer them in a relationship. So for example, they rather want your siblings. They can for example call your sibling up and say a lot of beautiful things to them, but they can't do the same to you. Or maybe it's the boss at work that can see that maybe you are more competent than them. So they are freezing you out and giving attention to someone that's not as competent. So it's some kind of theater or some kind of show. And you are not supposed to give this situation attention. Love yourself, respect yourself. And the other person needs to love and respect themselves too. And because when they're trying to steal your energy, it just means that they can't give themselves energy. And if you learn to give yourself energy, maybe at least it will spread like rings on water, and this other person will learn to have some self-respect too, instead of trying to dig a hole for other people so they will fall in and they can get, an ill-willed laugh out of that they will get some kind of energy from. So they are kind of enjoying when things go wrong for you, or when you are not doing well, or if people turn their backs against you, then they are really exhilarated. So I don't know who you are dealing with, but this person is definitely thinking a lot about you. Maybe a lot of their energy is being spent on thinking about you, and how they should, can trigger you to have a reaction. So don't have the reaction. Take care of yourself. Ignore this person. And it might be multiple different people, and it comes again and again in waves, different people behaving in this way towards you. And the challenge here is to learn how to deal with this, because on the inside, this is how you behave towards you. And when you stop behaving like this towards you and take better care of yourself, people on the outside will stop behaving like this as well. Okay. So, my dear Libras, thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. And if you like my content and want to see more videos like this on how to heal yourself and make yourself ready for that true romantic partner of yours, or if you just want to work on spiritual growth, remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification to get a heads up when a new video is ready and waiting for you. You can also become a member to my channel, either a supportive member that will get access to unique emojis, loyalty badges, and Q&As where I answer your questions, or you can become an extended member that will also get most of my videos ahead of time, as soon as they are done, instead of me waiting for the right time to release them. Or you can become a full member that will get access to my mediumship training videos and other special videos. So welcome to join through the link in the description box, or through the join button next to the subscribe button. And thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I'm truly grateful for my wonderful, loving, and supporting viewers. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye-bye.